Hello and welcome to day 5 of my 7-week challenge to post a video every day. I realized something today that I had kind of forgotten. I explained that this video was a way for me to document what I was going through in life as well as to practice speaking. But another thing that I guess I knew but kind of forgot is the reason I chose the name Leslie Dawn Diaries is because I wanted it to be a place where I was using it as somewhat of a diary. And what I mean by that is I wanted it to be a place that I was comfortable being vulnerable and being raw and just being able to show up just as I am in that moment, even if it isn't perfect and it is flawed. And let's be honest, we all know that no one is perfect and everyone is flawed. Whatever that means, it's not necessarily a flaw, because our flaws are what can make us unique and give us our own personal form of perfection, because nobody is perfect. So in a way, I view it as we are perfectly the way that we are meant to be. Even though there's no mold, we are all our own form of perfect. Anyway, moving on from that, I just want to say that's something that I really wanted to remind myself, that it's a place where I want to be comfortable being vulnerable and authentic and raw. So for today, I would like to talk about finding the balance between cherishing every moment versus being bitter about the moments that we don't have. My example for today is that I was able to spend some time with some wonderful people, and 4 of those people live in Alberta, and I don't get to see them very often. In fact, I haven't seen them in over a year, and we only spent a few hours together today. And there's definitely the temptation to be bitter about the fact that I don't get to see them more and not sure when I will see them again. But I am choosing, and I know that I have the choice to focus on the fact that I did have today to make some memories and just enjoy that time with them. They are between the ages of 3 and 6, the kids, and it's hard because they moved 2 years ago, so the younger ones aren't as comfortable with me and don't know me as much anymore. But the older one, because she was already 4 when they moved, she knows me much better, remembers me much more, and is totally comfortable with me. And there's temptation for it to kind of make you sad, because you think, oh, I wish they were here more and they knew me better, and you could just go on spiraling and spiraling and spiraling. And I am definitely guilty of doing things like that in the past, where like one little thing that I'm sensitive to will trigger just this crazy thought pattern that is so far from what is actually reality, and I just kind of get lost in those thought patterns sometimes. So I'm working really hard to not do that anymore, and to just make a conscious choice to focus on the good and the positive, and the fact that maybe my bond with them isn't perfect and it's not everything I want it to be, where they're just so excited to see me, but it is what it is. And even though I don't get to see them often, I am so grateful that I did get to spend a few hours with them today. And even if they weren't as comfortable for me, it made me so happy just to watch them smiling and laughing and having a good time. And I can take that and I can just focus on holding on to that and cherishing that, and not dwelling on the things that I maybe wish could be different or better. So at the end of the day, it really comes down to a choice of focusing on the positive, of cherishing it, or dwelling on the fact that even though I got to see them, it was sad to say goodbye, and I absolutely do wish they were here more, but there's no point dwelling on that. It's not going to change it. They're still going to live in Alberta, but I am grateful that at least I have enough of a bond that I still am able to spend time with them when they are back visiting. And I know that even though I don't know when, I know there will be another time in the future that I will get to spend with them. And when that happens again, I will just cherish it for what it is and enjoy that moment. So that's my video for today, just encouraging everyone to try to cherish the moments that we have while we have them and not dwell on what we don't have. As much as that is easier said than done, I think in the end, that helps us more than it does to dwell on the negative. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.